You think the 9 to 5, you tired.
You know, I was just in the club yesterday, it felt like. Your girl was a video vixen, okay?
But I know I was making the most money I ever made in my life. Then you get this disruption in your spirit, like you're so unsettled.
Because internalized shame will have you perceiving people perceiving you that aren't even perceiving you.
They don't even care. If I have to battle Goliath, I'm going to come back with the head of a giant. Is it me or you? And it's gonna be me.
I know you didn't favor me like that from where I come from for me to be without when I know you gave me this.
That's why we are probably getting this call to be the new generation of leaders, because think about the leaders we had to work for.
It's always been there, but I could not perceive it because I wasn't hers.
My CTO had a wreck, nearly lost her life coming from that pitch competition. Like, everyone is getting attacked.
This is my very first season of burning the bridges. And what I mean by that is not having a plan B.
The devil cannot block you from going through, but what he can do is try to trick you.
God might not come through, so I'm gonna go back to this job. No, you could quit, and God really could do it this time.
God come too close to 11:59 for me.
He said it's 11:59, 57 seconds.
You ain't got no other choice, and it's like, but he comes. And that is your source.
You are called to something big, and this is the episode for you. Welcome back to the Her Promise Circle podcast. I am your host, Michal. I'm also the founder and executive director here at Her Promise Circle Foundation. These conversations I'm bringing you, baby, are discussing what we have normalized and bringing you the second opinion on them. Because a lot of things we talk about in faith, health, and purpose deserve fuller discussions, things that people are afraid to say. And today I am bringing you one of my favorite founders, Miss Georgina. She is the CEO over at Swishfo and also the creator. We're going to talk about the weight that comes with it, the responsibilities, the roles, the spiritual transformation, because my girlie is about to be a reverend, okay? And we're going to talk about how when God leads you to this place, how you are able to equip yourself to walk, how you're able to become the woman before the stuff starts coming in, how you're able to walk in the actions that are required, and how to be strong enough to not go crazy while doing it, okay? So we're going to get into it. It's time for you to burn your bridges. No plan Bs. Time for you to take that leap of faith, and we're going to tell you how we took ours. See you soon. It's so funny. Like, it was our first time meeting, but I literally wasn't like, oh my God, it's your first time meeting Georgina. Just like our literally first conversation, I was like, where have you been?
Yeah.
Like, honestly, like, and this is truly the first season where God is letting me meet other founders, like Sabrina, first of all, and then she connected us. And I just felt so like alone before our conversation. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you. It was so profound. I was telling all my friends about you. And then that's why I made that video that I was like, I'm obsessed with Georgina. Like, just so everyone knows, I'm so happy I met her. Like, because it really did feel like people around you are proud of you, right? Because they're like, yeah, you're doing something crazy. Like, you want him, that's best. Like, oh my God, I'm so proud of you. But I just don't think people really understand behind the highlight.
Yeah.
And like that pressure, and like without even telling you, like you already knew behind all the things I was telling you that were like highlights. Because you're like, okay, well, to get to that point, I know it had to be something. Plus the Lord, okay?
Right.
That's another thing. It's like you do meet founders, but they don't always understand the faith behind it. And I'm just grateful to know you. Like, you just have to know that. Like, I'm like,
mutual.
I'm literally a fangirl. Like, I don't care. But I want you to tell the people who you are and Swishfo, like why, how, because it's a huge, profound thing.
Well, first I want to say thank you so much for inviting me here. Like, I have that kindred spirit feeling when I first met you.
Yes.
Like, you are a powerhouse. You have such a powerful calling on your life, and you understand things on a completely different level than I've ever seen any founder that I've spoken to. And so I'm just so grateful for you. You know, I'm like, you text me and I'm like, girl, I don't know when we get back to this, but we gonna come back and connect. Okay. So I just want to say thank you so much. I just feel a sense of like powerfulness, even just in your presence. That is just something that is not even can be described in this lifetime. So I'm so grateful for this opportunity with you. And I think this is going to be a great episode. So,
a little biased, but probably that's on the part. But no, but truly, okay, this is off topic. But when you are around me, you feel the powerfulness. I have heard that so much just in this past month. And I keep asking God, because everyone I've met new in the past month, and it's been a lot of people, has commented, even if they don't have the language for it, on how they feel when they get around me. And I'm still kind of figuring that out. And so when you said that, I'm just like, every single person in this season, like, despite me being like flustered or whatever is happening, it doesn't matter. Like, what they feel from me is like something real. And I'm still kind of just like,
you accepting it. Like, what does that
what?
mean?
Yeah. Like, what is that? But same. So thank you for acknowledging that. We'll have, I don't know, maybe I'll do a Substack on it, but I need to really figure out what's going on here.
Because it's there. It's there.
It's tangible. Like, it's like, wow. Okay, Lord. Okay, let me own it. Give us the moment right before you're like, okay, Swishville. Isn't it always?
It's always like you're trying to run from this call that's over your life. So for me, I've known I had a calling to heal. Like, this is something that has been heavy on me since I was a child. Like, there is a thing that I have been called to do in my community, and that is heal. But I knew I did not want to deal with blood or be a clinician. That was not my ministry. And so I was public health. Like, that was my background, like in undergrad. And I would say lived experience has a way of just really coming in and rocking your world. So while I was a student at Clemson, I got pregnant out of wedlock, the whole thing. So you can just imagine what that meant for my faith background and all of that. And I ended up having to have an emergency C-section. All the things that could go wrong went wrong to bring my son into this world. And when I returned to school, so I had him in December 2011. When I returned to school in January 2012, my professors, who were public health professors, were asking me, well, how was it? Like, you know, maternal health is huge here in the United States. And when I described what my experience was, they were appalled. They were shocked. They were like, how can this be in the nation, one of the greatest nations? Some of these professors were international professors too. They were like, you didn't do a lactation consultant? Why aren't you breastfeeding? Why you didn't try acupuncture? They named all these things. I'm like, look, I'm on Medicaid. All they told me to do was go see an OBGYN. And the more I educated myself through that semester, I ended up writing the business plan for Swishville right then. 15 years ago, I wrote the business plan to say, how do we better understand non-Western practices that can help us heal better when it comes to maternal care, but didn't have the confidence to pursue it then. 15 years ago, did not have the confidence, wrote the business plan to help me get into grad school. And I just sat in the back and said, I got a baby, I got mouths to feed. Let me just do the safest option and continue my career in hospital administration. I was at Medical University of South Carolina. I was at Duke Health for almost 5 years. And then I was recruited to a tech startup. And I was like, whoa, this is really cool, because like everything that I learned in the hospital, everything that I'm passionate about, I can just do. You know, you get to see founders building their dream, and it just does something to you, and you have this skill set to help them build their dreams.
It makes it normal, like exposure. It's true. You have to see it. You have to see it.
And that exposed me to what could be. These founders who had no experience in healthcare was able to build a multi-billion-dollar company in 5 years. And all they did was say, I have an idea. Let me put my thought out there and try. And so that experience helping them build for 5 years from seed stage to Series C. So the day I put in my notice was the day I found the old business plan. It was in a box. I wrote it out. I used it to get into grad school. So I found it. I dusted it off. I applied to get into like an incubator accelerator program, got accepted, and they had me go out and interview customers and kind of rebuild it. And I start pitching in pitch competitions. And that's what really helped me. Like winning my first pitch competition, it was $20,000. It was by Black Girl Ventures and Kroger Foundation and NBA Foundation. And it was like, that was what I needed to say, oh, this is something. This is something.
That first, like, like that first, someone's like, this is something. And it's like, oh, like, it's like, I knew it was something, because otherwise you wouldn't have even
done it.
Exactly. So you know it's something, you have faith, but like that, I know they say don't seek external validation, but there is something about someone who is a big entity that you know has been a monster and honestly out of your league
Mm-hmm.
up to that point says yes.
Yeah.
Something really, I know, because I'm experiencing that and it's imposter syndrome like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like when someone finally sees it and validates it, it gave me a different level of, oh, like, y'all think I'm for real, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me
It's
go.
like you see me, I'm not like crazy. Because you can't the thing is when you start becoming a founder and really pursuing a business idea that you have,
Come on.
the people who have traditionally supported you and things, they're not going to understand it. I don't care how loving that your parents are not going to understand it, your family, your friend, they're not going to understand this. So you got to get some kind of support that typically exists outside of that that will understand, okay, you are taking a big leap. This is not a normal thing. There's only like, what is it? Less than 1% of the population really can be successful in this type of work.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
So when did you burn the bridges, would you say? Like, you're like, okay, switch foe or die.
Oh, I mean, it was 2024. I would say the beginning of 2024. After I left the first startup that I helped scale, I went to another startup. And I just wanted to learn. I was going to these startups to learn from different founders because the first startup was 2 white men. And I'm like, I learned as much as I could from them, but also I know I don't look like them. I know I can't just walk in a room and get a check written out like they can. And so I tried to learn from a woman of color, but she was also a physician. So you get what I'm saying? I was like, at this point, it was January 2024. I'm like, I'm betting on myself. It's do or die. I've learned everything I could, and it's Swishfo. So I actually added it to my LinkedIn, January 2024. Like, I'm the founder of Swishfo, and I was so scared. I didn't even want to press.
Thank you for being.
I didn't even want to press share because I'm like, people are going to think I'm so crazy. And it took my son. He was like,
what is he now?
He'll be 15 this year.
I have a 15-year-old
Girl,
child.
he's starting high school next week. Oh,
are you serious? Time literally like it goes so slow, and then like you look up and you're like,
yes, you have a almost 15-year-old starting high school in Atlanta, which is a whole different story.
Baby, God will keep you strong. Okay, He's gonna have to. He has to, because you're in a space. He will. Y'all been favored.
Yeah.
But yeah, I understand what you mean because okay, so HPC started in 2021 after I fully gave my life to Christ, during my breakdown where I was like, didn't know if I wanted to live or die, literally. And that's why I always say I think my reverence for God was always there, but the surrender to God wasn't. I had my own plan. I'm a model and an actress, okay? Don't make me a pastor. I'm not interested in being ministry. I grew up in it. I don't want to do it, okay? Don't ask me. I'm going to be nobody's first lady. Leave me alone. Grip me up. I'm like, okay, well, I'm still not doing ministry, but I hear you, and I know you have something for me.
Right.
We're Pentecostals, so I had words spoken over my life for, every service. The pastor, bring Nikki to the front. I'm like 8. I love God so much. I was like, I couldn't wait to fall out in the spirit and all that. I'm serious. You know how they put the blanket?
Yes.
That's gonna be me one day. Like, these are my aspirations as an 8-year-old. Like, so that should tell you something. But I'm like tithing my allowance and everything. And I remember going up to the front several times, and they're like, "You are gonna be on stages. Your daughter's voice is anointed. She's gonna be on stages. She's going to meet the masses. There's something on her life where she's going to be seen." Now, me, who was in high school, in performance school, I've always been this like character, right?
Yeah.
It made sense for me to be an actress. I was good at it. And I thought that was how. And I really think it still could be because I am a creative. But that's the only way I knew how I was going to reach a lot of people. So like, even if I was not fully surrendered to a full purpose, to look like the way I thought God wanted it to look like, I knew I was supposed to be seen. And that's what always kept me going.
Right.
Because I was doing auditions at 3 a.m., get the agent, all that kind of thing. I was doing it, girl. I was on my way. Okay. And that's when yanked up out of it. And
is this in 2021?
This is in 2021.
So you were here in Atlanta, like really?
I moved here to act.
I did not know this. Okay, continue.
Oh, baby, this is my story, babe. So yeah, I moved here to act. I literally took a travel assignment as an RT, went to Virginia. That was the only thing that was open. I was like, I'm going to stay there and save up enough money to move to Atlanta eventually. You're good. Each contract is 13 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, maybe I'll do like 2 or 3 and like save up enough and do it. The very last day of the first 13 weeks assignment, because mind you, I drove myself to Virginia, rented furniture, worked there. The second to last day of my assignment, this girl comes up to me who I only saw her a few times while I was working, but she saw me online looking at Atlanta, like apartments or something like that. And she's like, my mom just opened our guest bedroom. Like, if you wanted to come to Atlanta now and stay with us, like, I'll do it for you for like, it's not that much. And then you can like figure it out from there. And I'm like, now this is BC. So this is before I'm surrendered. But I'm like, you know what? Why not? For some reason, now that I'm surrendered, I'm not like that anymore. I overthink everything. Like, and for some reason, I was like, you know what? Okay, let's do it. I throw my blanket, my lamp, and my clothes in my Altima with 100,000 miles on it and drove to Atlanta to this girl's house. And within the first 20 days, because I only had enough to pay her for like that month, I got 2 jobs as an RT. And I was like, okay, moved into my first apartment. Yeah, it was crazy. And quickly, I had a bad breakup, went into the mental health crisis, and then back to God.
Wow.
After that, I like had to lock myself in the house for like 3 months and truly like purge everything that I thought was going to be and kind of grieve it in a way. And it opened me up to see, he gave me the name and everything, Her Promise Circle. But I was like, okay, a faceless Instagram account where I'm posting some Christian stuff.
That girl, you already know what I'm about to say about that. Why you hiding? Why you hiding?
I wanted it to be a faceless Instagram account where sometimes I post some devotionals, and it turned into me pulling in like 4 of my friends, and I made them come. I was like, where y'all at? Turned into recording Bible study, and then it turned into the podcast, which I'm recording on my iPhone. No video. First year. I'm not being seen.
This faceless stuff.
Because, I was just in the club yesterday, it felt like. And I feel like I was modeling. When I say modeling, I'm going to show you after this, but your girl was a video vixen. Okay?
But I know. I saw that post that she said, but it's like, why? Can we talk about that though?
Oh, we can.
Why was there a feeling that your face couldn't be seen because of this? Like what? Because I have dealt with that too, but I just want to hear your story. Like, why was it that I shouldn't be seen? I'm not worth because I'm doing this thing, right?
Yeah.
Like, I just want to hear your perspective on that.
I think also, like, all my followers came from that, for one. So they was not interested in what I had to say. 1. 2, I think it was also like some internalized shame of like, and you see my posts, I'm literally like preaching. And it's like, so this girl is now like preaching. Like, it was a lot of perception from myself and also others that it was just like, well, give me a minute. Like, let me just ease back. Because this is a whole new identity. I mean, like, living boyfriends, drinking, like, these are my normal day-to-day things. And now I'm fully like not doing those things to numb. I'm now facing pain. I'm talking about it. I'm open with my faith in God and how he saved me and all that. And I think it was such a quick jump that like, I was like, how are people going to see? Like, I really didn't know. And I did post some every once in a while, and I would stop. And some, I'm just now posting consistently, like this year.
Well, yeah, we talk. Yeah,
and this is 5 years later. And that's one thing when we were talking, like we literally were like prophesying and like revealing things to each other because that's genuinely what was going on. Like the first time ever that I like am like, okay, I can be seen as this and it's okay. Of course, I get those comments like you saw, right? And I usually stopped after that. But this is the first time I'm still going. Because you just saw, that was like, what, a week ago? And even then, that was a week before I actually posted it. Because I was like, it's going to cause dissension and contention and people are going to see. And I was like, I'm going to just move anyway. And this is the first time I'm still moving. And the doors are opening. But yeah, I think it was internalized shame.
Yeah. And I can see that too for myself. And literally, I just met with my spiritual director yesterday, and she was just saying, like, when did you feel the most connected with the source, right? Like your most connection with God. And when was your introduction to that connection? I was telling her about like how I used to praise dance, like growing up praise dancing. That was like my connection. Like everything would go black and all I would feel is a light. I couldn't tell you who was dancing around me. Did they hit their moves or not? That was my connection. But when I got pregnant out of wedlock, I had to sit down, right? I was told like, hey, how can you be an example to these younger women, right? Pregnant, like you like, and so there was so much shame that came with that, that still to this day, if I hear a gospel song, I'm like still, like I can't move. And I just feel this need to hide, to close, like and again, my mentor, she was like, you need to start posting more of you in the collar. Like I need to see you because you need to embrace it. There should no longer be shame associated just because of a choice or something that happened. It was still God in that choice or whatever. So all that to say, I'm just sharing that with you because I think we share that same sense of shame that we have made choices out of survival, out of trying to interpret the dreams and calling that God has put on us. And maybe we interpreted it the wrong way. Yeah. But we did it and it ended up helping us it was a vehicle to help us get to where we needed to go. But we still got those little like haters that just pop up and it's like, remember when you should do this. And it's like, and I think that was a man that commented on you. How he gonna tell
Baby,
you?
In the video he's talking about, I literally have on a romper that is covering every body part. Okay? Except my legs and my arms. It is 109 here. I don't know how much more modest I can possibly be. And that is why I was trying to show the contrast. So he's calling me out for a romper that had me fully covered, something I would never have worn in 2018, 2019 when I was doing this, because I put that picture up there because I had a bra and underwear on and I was like that online publicly. So for you to judge me in this moment where God has brought me out of that and tell me I'm not modest enough still is like you're missing the opportunity to see how far I truly have come. And for you to say that I need to be a better example to young women, I've literally built a nonprofit and talked to women every week of my life, is just, and I just think the church does that.
It does that. It does that. But that is church. That is not godly. That is not godlike. He had to, yeah. He
was like, the people who hurt you misrepresented me.
Yeah.
And you're treating me like the people who hurt you when that's not me. And that alone helped me be like, okay, you want me. I get it. But even in those moments then, I was still being tugged on and pulled. Like, even in those moments then, I could recognize him. From young, I recognized the presence of God. And I was still being pulled. I remember being drunk, like praying, like super drunk, like on some nights, just like, Lord, please. I know I'm not supposed to be doing this, but here I am. Like, and then the next day, you got another plan. But it was like that for years, him pulling at me. And I knew I was quote unquote sinning or not living in that way. But that's the only thing that helped the pain that I was already going through.
Right.
And I had no other tools for it. And so in that, I can give young me grace. And I feel like I really draw women who deal with shame deeply.
Yes.
Brene Brown.
Yes.
Have you read her?
Yes.
I recommend it to everyone because internalized shame will have you perceiving people perceiving you that aren't even perceiving you.
They don't even care.
Baby, they're not thinking about you like you think yet.
Right. My mentor is telling me that with Brene. She was like, girl, nobody going to bed and waking up thinking about you.
I wonder what Georgina doing. She call herself,
But I will spiral like, oh my God, I did this, I said this, I posted this, and they don't care.
That's why on your comment, I was like, you are so right. Because you're the only one who was like, I recognize what this is, because that is a fear of mine already. It was like real because we saw the comment that literally was saying my biggest fear. The reason I haven't been posting was that.
Yes.
I tell people all the time, my fear is not the world. They're not going to understand me anyway. But the thing is, most of them love it, how I talk about it, how I express it, because I'm myself. And I'm not, even if I feel shame, even if I feel fear, it feels more uncomfortable not doing it.
Right. And so, but all that, what you're just saying, all the love that people have shown, it was that one comment that realized it, that was like, oh my gosh, the shame is loud. Like you said, you had to sit with it for a week. And then you posted that one comment, but now how do you feel on the other side of it? Now you have that fear of someone bringing up your past or someone just saying that you're not good enough, you're not a role model enough. Now that has come out, How do you feel now about posting? Because like you said, in the beginning, you would just stop and be like, they're right. But now you addressed it, you posted about it. Do you feel like that, like, oh, let's go now? Or what is it feeling like?
I think burn the bridges, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is my very first season of burning the bridges. And what I mean by that is not having a plan B.
Mm-hmm.
Because in 2022, so a year after I started the Bible studies, and HPC started growing because I was posting it on TikTok going, hey, come to our Bible study in the smallest text, girl.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They still came. They still found your girl. And so every week they're showing up, a bunch of them. And then we turned it into the app and then resources.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got my health coaching certification. Now I put the health all together. Like it turned into this big thing. But in 2022, I was like, you know what? I'm not going back to work because I just ended COVID and I just saw mass people dying. Like I was going through truly like people were dehumanized.
Respiratory, and you're a respiratory therapist,
Families are not allowed in, and I had to hold up tablets of people saying goodbye to their family who weren't allowed to come say goodbye to them. So I'm the last person like hundreds of people have seen. And that does something to a person. And I realized like during a code, like a few of them, I was like just not present. And I hated that I wasn't being reverent of a life being lost because I was like, whoa, I think I'm in full compassion fatigue because I'm also doing Her Promise Circle. I'm pouring, going to work in COVID, like pouring. No. So I took off like 6 weeks of work and had the money to do it. I built my house and everything. So I'm like, you know what? HEC, do or die. Let's do it. I went back to work 3 months later.
Girl. Same. I was about to say, we even get to that 2024. I went back I quit. I had a baby and then I went straight back to where I'm like, y'all playing out here.
I was like, I'm a boss, CEO, entrepreneur. God gave me this vision. Let's go. Went right back to work. Quit my job in May because I told you it was like Jonah and the whale. Everybody's life was falling apart at work. I have never had issues at work. I was down to part-time. I thought that was me being obedient. I was like, Lord, I'm not full-time anymore. I'm just doing 2 days a week. But that meant I had no off days. So respiratory, Sunday, somewhat off, but I have to sleep for the day because I work nights because it's 12-hour shifts. And then Monday through Thursday, HPC here every day. So I haven't had days off in like 4 years or something. No weekend, nothing. And I thought that was me creating balance, but it was me still scared.
Yeah.
And God had to make it so uncomfortable because I love everyone there. That's why I stay. That I left. Like fully was like, I physically can't be here. Okay. This chaplain came up to me and she's like, this your exodus. One of the nurses came to me and she said, you know, you're glowing. This is your season. Just random stuff was happening to me like that.
And what was your response to that?
Baby, I looked at her like she's crazy. But I was just like, how do you know that I'm tussling with this?
They don't need you just getting the message. But you don't believe that.
Honey.
You believe
he had to bring people. Okay, I need a sign. He had to send the people to talk. Okay, because I was like, quit. Like, do you understand? Quit. And so it was really leaving wilderness mindset into promised land. Because in the promised land, you're not getting manna that comes paycheck. You're tilling the land with what he's given you. Massive grapes exist. Giants do exist. And this is giants, baby. I'm facing like my fear of vulnerability, fear of being seen. I'm facing all the giants. And it's mostly internal. But learning that he is my provider, I think all of us with jobs and a calling go through this phase where we literally don't know how to make money outside of that. Because that was the dream. The dream was to get a job. Get a job, get a paycheck.
That pays well. Girl, how do you let that job that pay? I was making the most money I ever made in my life. My bills were on auto pay. Do you know how I was like, I don't even know how much they cost.
Georgina, girl,
auto pay.
You talking. Okay.
Like my life is good. But then you get this disruption in your spirit. Like you're so unsettled.
Every shift was miserable. I was getting lied on, girl. I was getting things that never happened to me while I was there in 5 years were happening. It was like I said, Jonah, they were like, throw Mickey off the boat or no one's getting peace. Because I was like, Lord, I will. Give me like 2 months. Get out or you're going to literally suffer here. And I was. So in May, I like truly jumped and burnt the bridge. And I know that I didn't that first time. Because I was always like, you can always go back. And even now, my friends and people around me are like, well, you can always go back. Everyone keeps saying that around me. But like, I know that's not an option now. I can't go back. 5 years I've been doing this. Cycle loop, no sleep, whatever. So do I quit HBC and be a respiratory therapist where I'm comfortable? Because I can't do both now.
No.
It's too big now. It requires more and more. I don't have time to do both.
Yeah.
So am I a respiratory therapist or am I the executive director and founder of Her Promise Circle? Which one am I? And I was like, I was living in between so long that I was like, okay, I know I'm not a respiratory therapist. Going in this building makes me want to throw up. I literally can't even be here.
You know it.
So I chose for the first time, and that's when I got speaking and doors opening and the formal partnerships. And just in this past, since I met you, so much has happened that never happened, but I've been doing this for 5 years.
Because you had to come into alignment, right? Like you had to be obedient. It's obedience. Like the first time you were like still thinking of this as like, I'm going to do it and I need money. And it's a hobby, but I need money. But when you're now like, it's all or nothing. I'm all in. Like these giants that I am literally that are like tackling me in life. It's like you have to have this mindset. I just wrote a prayer about this. Like if I have to battle Goliath, I'm going to come back with the head of a giant. Like you have to say, I'm going up. I'm up against this giant. This like, but is it me or you? And it's going to be me.
Because this is the only way. That's literally how I feel. This is it. I'm going to just keep showing up. And I know who you are. And I know you better not let this mortgage lapse. Because I didn't build my house, the first one in our entire family to build a home. My mom's the only one who owns her home. And I'm the first one to build one, right?
Wow.
So she stepped up out of her 9 siblings. And she's very favored. It's obvious. But then I came from that and first degree I'm the first of everything. And so I know you didn't favor me like that from where I come from. The addiction, below the poverty line, like we are so set apart in my family for me to be without all of a sudden. When I know you gave me this, I know you don't want me to quit this. This is it. Doors are opening. This is it.
Yeah.
I burn the bridges. And so it's like, God is my source.
That's the thing. He has to strip for you to realize that he's your source. You have to strip he has to strip all those pieces that you kind of were idolizing over
100%.
him away. And I feel the same way for my journey. It's like once I was stripped from all that, where it was just him, like it was so, I saw a meme too saying like, God come too close to 11:59 for me. It was 11:59.
He loves the midnight hour. He said it's 11:59, 57 seconds. Okay, night.
Like you ain't got no other choice. And it's like, but he comes. And that is your source. Now you know who your true provider, your protector is. And there's no way for any of these other idols to interject now. Like that's when
I have never been without.
Yeah. Never.
We always do this in the season where it seems like less or a different place. But really it's just transition and the uncomfortability of what's to come. Like the Israelites looped for what was supposed to be 7 to 11 day journey, 40 years, because they could only believe God for basic needs. And I think us, especially as African Americans, because of our history, we are so reliant on manna and just enough. That survival. And we're trapped in seeing comfort. We're not exposed to new. That's why I think when you saw them building, he put you in that so you could see, hey, it's possible. Because that opens your vision to see, I could do this too. But unless you're exposed to it, because out of all my brothers, like I said yesterday, there's 7 of us. But I'm the only one that went to the PWI and saw the traditional family units. And all my friends had millionaire parents. And I saw it and I was there. And so I knew it was possible. But most of my family hasn't even been on planes or anything like that. So I knew that I was exposed early for something. And this tussle with God lately has been, Lord, we're done with manna. Okay. I need to see the Amos 9:13 God yesterday. Okay. You parted the Red Sea. So this is chump change to you. Okay. So the you that I'm willing to see now is not the sustainer in wilderness. The you I want to see now is the one who has done exceedingly and abundantly
Abundance,
beyond what I've asked or thought, because I have never seen this, but I'm doing it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's got to be you.
Yeah.
And that's the first time I think I was convicted in the fact that in my identity. And as soon as your identity is like single,
Mm-hmm.
I think all your thoughts can align, and then the doors are like, oh, it is you. Like, this has your name on it.
Yes. Yes.
This doesn't have the RT's name on it.
Mm-mm.
This has. So you can't even perceive it.
Mm-hmm.
Behold, I'm doing a new thing. Do you not perceive it? And if he's doing something new and your provision no longer is a paycheck, you can't even perceive these doors because these are not new doors.
Right.
My partnership came from someone I knew for 5 years when I started HPC.
Mm-hmm.
It's always been there, but I could not perceive it because I wasn't her.
Mm-hmm. But I start acting like her.
Baby, and showing up every day as her. That's why I say I got that dog in me. Okay, I know I'm willing to do a lot of things that people are not willing to sit in. Mm-hmm. Uncomfortability. Mm-hmm. People. He showed me how to idol of certainty. I made certainty an idol.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that's it. That's the idol. Yeah.
Even if I had to make up a negative that I can believe for sure was going to happen, I wanted certainty that bad. Mm-hmm. Versus he could blow your mind.
Yeah.
I was like, why are you telling me this? Because this is literally ruining my life. Like, because that's really what we do. You try to prepare for the worst case scenario and expect the negative and say, well, God might not come through, so I'm gonna go back to this job because he might not come through, or I'll keep it in the back pocket. Mm-hmm. Versus, oh no, you could quit and God really could do it this time. Mm-hmm. That's never been my perspective of him until now.
Mm. And it just took you being what was that catalyst then in May that you felt like it was?
I literally was physically ill going to work.
Yeah, yeah. And all the chaos that was happening at the job.
Yeah. I had no peace.
Yeah.
I had no time to rest or recover to be effective for the girls. Mm. And that's where I feel the most alive, aligned, and fulfilled. Mm-hmm. So if I can't do this and work here, I'm either going to just work here or do this. Mm-hmm. And I had to choose because it was stealing my peace. And you can't have my peace. I mean, at 35, God or not, you want your peace.
You do. You really do.
I'm sorry.
That's the age where you're like, hold on, like I'm halfway, I'm not a child no more. I'm like about to be homegrown. Like I cannot.
It's you or me at this point, do or die. And I think a lot of people I've been seeing on TikTok, millennials are hating their 9-to-5s right now. But I think a lot of people are missing that uncomfortability is not normal. You are probably not meant to be an employee.
I like that, the way you said it. I never thought about it that way. Like, one thing about founding a company and building a team, I was like, I want people to love to come to work, to look forward to Mondays. That's what I want for my employees, my team. Like, I want them to feel like I'm not going to be toxic. Like, this is a family. No, y'all got your own families. Y'all trying to go home too. But we are a team and we're going to win a championship. But I need you to love, in order to do that, you got to love what we're doing. And you're right. Like, I'm looking at social and so many people are miserable. That's why I'm always checking in on my team and our one-on-ones. Like, are you happy? What do you need to find? What is bringing you joy in work? Most of the time they're saying memes and social media, which is fun. It's fun. But it's like you have to constantly check on that. But I think the leader, that's why we are probably getting this call to be the new generation of leaders, because think about the leaders we had to work for. They are not.
Baby, nothing that I needed.
Like, yeah, I'm like, who trained? Like, what is the leadership? Like, what? Just because you were good at your job, they just put you in a leadership position. I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. And I think those same leaders are like managing the ones that we're seeing that are disgusted with their 9-to-5. But even maybe they are meant to be entrepreneurs. But even if they're not meant to be entrepreneurs, they need to find a better situation.
You're not in alignment.
Yeah.
You can be in a job, but maybe you are supposed to go get the different degree. And maybe you had the dream, but you were like, well, this schooling will be easier. You're just not in alignment.
Yeah.
Discomfort, like all the time, showing up to something that feels mundane to you, or you're moving in on autopilot you have to be challenged. Our brains need to be challenged. And if you are so comfortable, but now you're uncomfortable all of a sudden, pay attention to that.
Yeah.
Because you usually are moving on autopilot. Like you're living for the weekend, living for the paycheck. But when God starts to disrupt you, the brook dries up, the brook of Cherith dries up, okay? When that's done, it's time to move.
Yeah. Yeah.
Somewhere.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know if you're supposed to be a founder because this takes a special kind of person, but you're not in alignment. You have to pay attention to that. And I just think God is doing that in a big way with a lot of people because I know a lot of people who feel it, then ignore it, feel it, then ignore it. And that was me for so long. But let's talk about the loneliness that comes with being at the top.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not talking about winning or succeeding because yes, it's lonely at the top, they say. But like, you ever find like a disconnection of telling someone who you know cares about you, loves you about this, and there's like, I'm so proud of you. This is great. Like, but you can tell that they don't really understand what it took for you even to be in that position. Like they're saying the accolades, but if you tell them like, oh, I'm tired, or like they don't understand that type of exhaustion that you're expressing.
Yeah.
And I find that like when I talk to another founder, like I don't have to explain it. And there's some sort of weight that's lifted when I am around like you or Sabrina talking to you about like the tiredness. Cause it's like, I'm great. People are like, well, be grateful. This happened. I am. This is what you're not understanding.
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah.
I am. But you have to understand, I see the big vision, but also this is me 5 years in. I'm tired.
Exhausted.
And it's a different kind of weight and exhaust. Our adjectives are different than I think other people can comprehend unless you're doing it. So have you found it's hard to connect with other women or new people in a way that not founders or your friends, family, and explain to them this and felt misunderstood in some way or just not getting the emotional support that you need?
Yeah, I feel that really much so in this season.
Okay, good.
Because like, I would say family, like my husband, he's just, he's always like, you got that dog in you. He's so supportive. I think he gets it, but like, that's about it in my circle. Like, and I can't put that on him because we are partners trying to raise our household. So I thought that I could go to like, I'm in seminary school too on the side. So I had this group, I joined this group called the Formation Communities, and it was like basically like connecting with other faith leaders and praying once a week with them. And I just know we used to do spiritual direction, and I would come in and explain like certain things that I was going through, but they couldn't connect. Like I'm literally saying I'm out here battling, like talking to investors or trying to get this partnership. And they're like, girl, you better be glad they met with you. And I'm like, again, my attitude is a spirit of gratitude, but
you don't understand
like
what went into like that feeling before you walked in the room.
Yeah.
The feeling that the weight of like, okay, if this don't go through, then I gotta find the next one. And it's just like that constant, like, okay, there's more after this. I still gotta go.
I gotta go. It never slows down. Never. And then just what you said, the feeling before you go in the room, every single room, especially the ones, there are the rooms where you're the only one. I'm the only one in the room. We had to drive to pitch in a different state for rural health funding. When I say we were the only ones in the room and like talking to all of these people, none of these people look like you. And you're not trying to explain your calling and your mission, and they're trying to poke and pick at every single answer you get. Like that's what you have to walk into. And then you walk into rooms where it's all of us, but it's like I don't know, the different version of all of us, like you're still not good enough.
Yes.
So it's like you're constantly being like played with mentally,
analyzed and looked over and then it's just like, it's just a weight. And then it's like you do the one, you get in the room and you know how much it took you to do that. And then like, you're like, oh, I got to do this again tomorrow.
And the day after that, and the day after that. And like, you can't have time off. Like, that's why I'm like, people glorify entrepreneurship.
If you stop, it all stop.
That's what I'm saying. That's not, you think of 9 to 5, you tired. I was up 1 to 5 a.m. doing like coding in our software. Like you are on the clock. You are the business. People, you go in the grocery store, I'm wearing switchboard across my forehead. You're wearing her prom. Like literally,
the fire's got to be put out by you.
Yes.
The decision got to be made by you. Ultimately, you don't have nobody to be like, well, what do you? It's you. It's you and you.
And that's why that exhaustion piles on, and no one really can understand, I think, unless they're like living with you or in it. But I think that's why I thank God for this kind of relationship, because I have tried to make friends, like, especially through Threads. I don't know if you tried Threads, like, I've tried to meet with people in person and then they get upset because like I don't respond as quickly. Like I went to this like Black Girl Marvel. I love Marvel on the side Spider-Man.
Me too.
And
It makes a lot of sense.
I went to a Black Girls Marvel meetup and they were upset that I wasn't responding. And I was like, wait, I'm literally building a $1 billion business. Like I'm in seminary school. I just got ordained as a
And you're a
reverend.
mom.
And I'm a mom of 3, a 50-year-old and 2 under 2. And I have so if I don't respond that same day.
Don't take it personally.
Don't take it personally. And you have been like one of the first people that I have met that get it. You're like, hey, and I'm going to follow up with you.
Oh yeah.
I'm
texting you like you're texting me back.
Yeah, like
I'm literally like, hey, Georgina.
And you never made me felt judgment with that. And so I just think when we can find people that have that connection and that understanding in this journey, those are the people like that are for you.
100%. It's like I can be me and not feel apologetic about it. And anyone who meets you, and I haven't known you very long, but like I feel like I know you wrong. But if you know your spirit, if you have good discernment, because that's all I do. Your spirit is not like that, where it's like, I'm ignoring you, goodbye. That's not even in your character. So for someone to feel that way from you, I just don't think they even let your spirit penetrate them in a way that was like genuine. Do you genuinely believe the unnatural warfare of the comments with me and also just our meeting still has yet to happen, but like when we sat there in that moment of talking about what we're both doing and building and like how it's literally what the world needs, like, and it's something we've both been building for years and the unifying. Do you think that warfare and delay is confirmation that it's close?
Oh yes, girl, I've been talking about this. You were so aligned with me right now. I've been telling everyone spiritual warfare because people who I am associated with, and I start to feel like it's me, like I'm putting bad vibes on everyone. People that I come in contact with, even my team has been under attack this last month. Like my CTO had a wreck, nearly lost her life coming from that pitch competition. My chief of staff, grandmother just got diagnosed with cancer. My head of growth, his daughter had emergency surgery. My son had like a psychosis episode and we were in the hospital. Like everyone is getting attacked. And now you're telling me what you are going through. Like it. And I feel like this is something that I've just been praying about, reading about in the scripture. It's like when you are at that door, like God clearly has put a vision in your mind of where you're supposed to be. When you are close to that door, that the devil cannot block you from going through the door. Yours. It is yours. He cannot stop you from turning the knob and walking through. But what he can do is try to trick you. And my husband always says, you let the devil trick you out your spot. Don't listen to it. Because he's right there at that door saying, you ain't going to do it. I'm going to put this in the way. I'm going to do that. He's going to try to do everything he can to stop you from turning that knob and walking through. So you're right there.
1 Corinthians 16:9.
Yes. Come on.
Listen, because I'll start shouting. But a great and effectual door is open unto me, and there are many adversaries. And a great effectual door is certain, open unto me. And
for you.
And there are many adversaries. Because people think, oh, well, I didn't get this. I didn't get that. Okay, well, I'm going to go back to work. No. And it comes together. And conjunctive and.
Yes.
It comes together.
They ganging up. So you got to be able to pull up
gang for real.
And like, can you handle that? Are you built for that? That's
spiritually.
You have to be built spiritually for this. Like when I say going to battle, like I don't care. There's nothing you can do to take me out, but it's going to pause.
Oh, baby, yes.
It's going to try to slow it down. Because like, woo, that just knocked me off my... what happened with my son? Like, Jesus.
It's crazy.
Like,
oh my God.
But like right there, I'm like, I'm still
we're literally
up.
We're not pulling. We are literally, we're here.
Here.
We have arrived. My one friend, she was like, when do you finally let yourself arrive? I think as a founder, because we keep pushing every day, we're like, tomorrow I gotta do it. But we're here. We're doing what founders do. So we are founders. We are successful. We're helping many people every day. Like we are here. Like we have arrived. And I know that every time some of these, like my power going out, it's just, we're here.
And he's sending them, but you pushing through. You like,
I'm
episode
literally
goes
here.
on anyway.
You can't tell me nothing. I'm Jesus sleep on the boat.
Mhm.
Disciples around me. Oh my God, this happened. That's fine. I'm asleep. Okay, wake me up when we cross.
Right.
I'm here.
Because I know
I'm not
alive.
getting distracted by this storm.
You're not going to razzle me. You're not going to do any of that. I'm ready to go. Let's go. You know?
Well, thank you for doing this.
No
I just feel
problem.
like we need a whole series at this point because, like, Jesus, there's so much to talk about. But I think this is a blessing to people who feel that disruption and misalignment and can move into what God has called them to. And this will bless y'all. I know it is. I already know it's going to bless y'all. So tell the people how to find you.
Yes, you can follow me at Joy Deuce on Instagram, or you can follow Swishvo, my company, at Join Swishvo or www.swishvo.com.
Perfect. And, you know, it's your girl, Michal. Michal.Renee and MichalRenee.com, and then herpromisecircle.org if you want to join us for health-based Bible studies, prayer calls, the health coaching that helps you with stress regulation. We do a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But preventative care all day, because we should not have to end up in crisis before people pay attention to us.
Yes.
Especially
absolutely.
as women, especially as Black women.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Between her and me, y'all should be set. Y'all should be good. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you next episode.